Just like people need the right nutrients to stay healthy, energetic, and resistant to illnesses, plants too depend on proper nutrition to grow, bloom, and produce. Whether it's a vegetable garden, ornamental plants, or fruit trees, every plant needs specific elements from the soil and environment to perform its life processes. These nutrients support vital functions like photosynthesis, root development, flowering, and fruiting. Without them, even the strongest looking plant can quickly start to wither and die. The earliest stages of a plant's life, when it is just a seedling, are especially delicate. At this stage, the roots are still developing, and the plant's ability to absorb nutrients is limited. As a result, young plants are highly vulnerable to stress, diseases, and poor growing conditions. However, by introducing specific natural ingredients, we can significantly improve their chances of survival and boost their overall growth. One powerful natural booster is milk, especially fresh raw milk. Milk has long been used not just for feeding humans and animals, but also in traditional farming methods to nourish plants. When diluted with water in a 1.2 or 1.3 ratio, and applied to plants, milk becomes a surprisingly effective natural fertilizer. It can be poured around the roots or sprayed on the leaves, a process called foliar feeding. What makes milk effective for plants is its rich nutrient profile. It contains calcium, proteins, vitamins like B12, and natural sugars that feed the plant and also the beneficial microbes in the soil. But perhaps the most important element in milk is lactic acid bacteria. These bacteria help create a healthier environment around the plant by reducing harmful pathogens in the soil and on plant surfaces. When used regularly, milk acts almost like an immune booster for plants. It strengthens the plant's internal defense system, making it more resilient against fungal diseases such as powdery mildew and downy mildew. These diseases commonly affect vegetable plants like tomatoes, cucumbers, and squash. Spraying diluted milk on the leaves can form a protective barrier that prevents spores from taking hold. In addition, milk improves soil structure by feeding helpful microbes, which in turn make nutrients more available to the plant. Over time, milk can also help loosen compacted soil, which improves root development and water absorption. Number 2, make a homemade milk and turmeric spray. Spraying your plants with a homemade milk and turmeric solution is one of the easiest ways to protect them naturally. This spray improves overall plant health, helps with fungal issues, and strengthens the leaves. What makes this solution special is that it uses everyday ingredients and avoids the need for store-bought chemical sprays. To make it, take a 5-gallon bucket and add 10 liters of clean water. This helps to dilute the spray, so it's gentle on the plants and easy to apply. Next, add 1 liter of unpasteurized milk. This type of milk is better than regular store-bought milk because it contains live enzymes and natural bacteria that are removed during pasteurization. These natural elements help fight off harmful fungi and promote good bacteria on your plants. Now it's time to add the secret ingredient, turmeric powder. Turmeric has strong antifungal and antibacterial properties. Add 3 to 5 tablespoons of turmeric, depending on how badly your plants are affected. Mix everything well so that the turmeric is evenly spread through the water and milk. After mixing, strain the liquid using a fine cloth or mesh strainer. This is important because turmeric powder doesn't always dissolve completely and can clog the nozzle of your spray bottle. Once strained, pour the solution into a spray bottle. Spray this mixture on your plants, covering both the top and bottom of the leaves. This spray helps to fight off fungal infections like powdery mildew, supports healthy leaf development, and gives your plants a natural shine. It can be used every 7 to 10 days for the best results. It's safe for most vegetables, flowering plants, and even fruit trees. Method number 3, create lactic acid bacteria from milk to improve soil. Another brilliant way to use milk in the garden is by making lactic acid bacteria. This natural soil booster helps break down organic material, fights bad microbes, and helps plants absorb nutrients better. Start with uncooked white rice and place 1 glass of it in a container with 1 liter of water. Stir it thoroughly to release starch and helpful microbes from the rice. This murky water is useful and can be used immediately to feed plants. Do this step 3 times and keep the murkiest 3rd batch. Take that 3rd rice water and pour it into a separate container. Cover it loosely so air can flow in and leave it at room temperature for 2 to 3 days to ferment. When it's ready, the smell might change slightly and you may see some bubbles. Now add milk to this fermented rice water. Use a ratio of 1 part milk to 10 parts rice water. For example, if you have 1 liter of rice water, add 100 milliliters of milk. Cover the container again and leave it at room temperature for 3 to 7 days. In warm weather, it may only take 3 days to complete the process. Soon you will notice the mixture separating. Solid parts will float or settle, and the liquid part, called whey, is what you need. Strain out the solids and keep the clear liquid. This whey is full of lactic acid bacteria, which is extremely helpful for your garden. To use it, mix 1 liter of whey with about 15 liters of water and pour it on your plants or soil. You can also add some brown sugar or molasses to make the mixture last longer and provide extra food for the bacteria. Let that sit for 24 hours before using. Lactic acid bacteria improve soil structure, make nutrients more available, reduce disease, and even help your compost work faster. It's like giving your garden a natural probiotic boost. Method number 4. Feeding plants with milk and yeast. Cucumbers are one of the easiest vegetables to grow, but they need regular feeding to produce juicy and healthy fruits. Their shallow roots dry out quickly, and the plants need a constant supply of nutrients to thrive. One of the best fertilizers I've ever used for cucumbers is made from 2 kitchen items: milk and yeast. This mixture not only feeds the plants, but also supports the life in the soil, which helps the roots absorb nutrients better. It's also useful for tomatoes, which benefit from the same kind of care. To make this fertilizer, start with 1 liter of milk and add 10 grams of dry yeast. Mix them until the yeast dissolves fully. Let it sit for about 10 minutes. Then pour it into a 15-liter bucket of water. This becomes a nutrient-rich solution that can be poured directly onto the base of cucumber or tomato plants every 2 weeks. If you only have milk and no yeast, you can still use it. Just dilute the milk with an equal amount of water. This makes sure the milk doesn't sit too heavily on the soil and allows the roots to absorb it properly. Why does this work so well? Milk is full of the nutrients plants need, while yeast brings proteins, vitamins, and helpful microorganisms that improve the condition of the soil. When this solution is added to your garden, it boosts plant health in a balanced and natural way. It helps the stems grow stronger, leaves become greener, and fruits ripen more quickly. Some gardeners even report fewer pests when they use milk regularly, as some insects dislike the natural sugars and compounds in it. Altogether, this milk and yeast method is a wonderful natural fertilizer that helps create healthy and productive plants without chemicals.